And the actor goes to Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
SAG-AFTRA members, on behalf of my crew of weirdos, we appreciate your support so much for this beautiful moment, this beautiful film, and all of your love and support. Next.
Oh my God. Okay, thank you so much. The word ensemble comes from the Latin word for at the same time.
Wow, thank you. Okay, it's my turn. So while we were individually performing, we were also connected and supporting each other as a family at the same time.
But there is one of us who has been supporting ensembles for longer than any of us has been alive. He's been acting since there were only... Since there were only 49 states, and he just turned 94 years young. Yeah. Yes. And guys. And it's been 69 years in making to get him to this stage. Our patriarch, our friend, our gong gong, James Hart! Hold it. You told him he has 49 seconds, okay?
各位兄弟，今日咧真係好歡喜，跟你哋參加。
Friends, relatives, and friends, so happy that you're all here tonight.
Actually, I said that because we might be broadcast in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Who knows, right?
No, we are.
And I hope next year the network will change their mind and put us on again. So I got my first SAG card in, well, anyway, 70 years ago. True. My first movie was with Clark Gable.
Woo!
But back in those days, I have to tell you this, The Good Earth, the leading role was played by these guys with the eyes taped up like this, and they talk like this. And the producer said the Asians were not good enough, and they are not box office. But look at us now, huh? Actually, we are not all Chinese, but Jamie Lee's a good Chinese name. In fact, that's my mother's, her name was Li Sui-hua. And so, you know, I feel very akin to her. And I've never had such a good time as being with these jerks in this movie, you know, and these, where's the producer? Raise your hand. There he is. That bald guy there.
That's China.
Yeah. You know, I don't know what they're thinking when they wrote that script. It's, right? Did you understand all of it? I'm not sure. Well, go see it a second and third time, and maybe you'll understand. And they do crazy things like we play a little game before we start the day. You know, that's those two Daniel boys, you know. But of course, he's not Asian, but we excuse that. All right? So I hope I will come back when I'm 100 years old.
Yeah.
But, you know, SAG is a wonderful organization. I have to tell you this. When I was a board of director member, Charlton Heston was the president. And there was Leon James was one of the members. And he said to me and some other people, he said, it was not long ago when he and about a room full of 30 people said, what are we going to do? And that was the starting of SAG. Woo! And look at you guys now, all of you, and all over America, and some people are even in Europe, who knows? So, you know, huh? Well, that's all I'm going to say, because otherwise we'll be kicked off the stage. But if they try, I'll quote what Michelle says, shut up, I can beat you up.
And the actor goes to Brendan Fraser.
I'm smiling and breathing. That's half the job. Ian McKellen told me to be good, be brief, and be seated. So here goes. This is good. Sort of naked man making up his mind to smile or to frown. It's, you know, like an actor, right? I will treasure this, but never more than what I treasured that I used to keep in my wallet, which was my SAG card that I earned in 1991. It made me feel like I belonged. We're actors. We all want to belong to a tribe. And that's when I found where I belonged. And if you told that guy back then that I'd be standing right here, right now, I would not have believed you. I wouldn't have believed that I had a chance to work with a world-class filmmaker like Darren Aronofsky and speak the words of an empathy fountain that is Samuel D. Hunter and incredible castmates like Han Chow and Sadie Sink and Ty Simpkins and Samantha Morton. And I never would have believed that I would have been offered the role of my life in this character, Charlie in The Whale. He's someone who is on a raft of regrets, but he's in a sea of hope. And I've been at that sea, and I've rode that wave lately, and it's been powerful and good, and I've also had that wave smash me right down to the ocean floor and drag my face along there and wind up on some strange beach in a different world and wondering, where am I now? And I just want you to know for real, all the actors out there who have gone through that, who are going through that, I know how you feel. But believe me, if you just stay in there and you put one foot in front of the other, you'll get to where you need to go. Have courage. Without the love of my children, Griffin and Holden and Leland and their supermom Afton and my badass agent Joanne Colonna and the clarion call that is my girl Jeannie, I wouldn't be able to do any of this. Thank you so very much. I'm so grateful. I'm gonna go find this guy some pants now.
And the actor goes to Michelle.
I think if I speak, my heart will explode. SAG-AFTRA, to get this from you, who understands what it is, to get here, every one of you know the journey, the roller coaster ride, the ups and downs. But most important, we never give up. I thank you. For your love, for your support, because I know I'm up against titans, rightly so. Oh. Fuck! Wow! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This is not just for me. This is for every little girl that looks like me. Sally Field, you said all the right things because we're here because we love what we do. And we will never stop doing this because we really, really love it. But thank you for giving me a seat at the table because so many of us need this. We want to be seen, we want to be heard. And tonight, you have shown us that it is possible. And I am grateful, and my mom will be eternally grateful to you. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you. I'm going to walk away.
And the award goes to Hugh Kwan.
Thank you so much. This is a really emotional moment for me. Recently, I was told that if I were to win tonight, I would become the very first Asian actor to win in this category. when I heard this, I quickly realized that this moment no longer belongs to just me. It also belongs to everyone who has asked for change. When I stepped away from acting, it was because there were so few opportunities. And now, tonight, here we are, celebrating James Hong, Michelle Yeoh, Stephanie Hsu, Hong Chow, Harry Shum Jr. The landscape looks so different now than before. So thank you so much to all of you in this room and everyone who contributed to these changes. And thank you so much to SAG-AFTRA for this truly, truly prestigious honor. Of course, thank you to Michelle Yeoh. Michelle, I'm so glad that when we both started our careers in 1984, that one day we would meet on the big screen. Love you, Michelle. Thank you to Jamie Lee Curtis and our entire cast. And lastly, to all those at home who are watching, who are struggling and waiting to be seen, please keep on going because the spotlight will one day find you. Thank you, everyone, for rooting for me. I will be rooting for you. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Actor goes to Jamie Lee Curtis.
Sorry, I didn't mean come on like more. I meant like stop. I'm wearing the wedding ring that my father gave my mother. They hated each other, by the way, at the end of all that. But my sister Kelly and I were born from love. And my father was from Hungary and my mother was from Denmark, and they had nothing. And they became these monstrous stars in this industry that they loved so much. My parents were actors. And I married an actor. I love actors. I love acting. I love the job we get to do. I love being a part of a crew. I love being a part of a cast. I love what we do with each other. It's such a beautiful job. And I know that so many people in our industry who are actors don't get to do this job. And you look at nights like this and think, is that ever going to be possible for me? And I know you look at me and think, well, Nepo baby, that's why she's there. And I totally get it. But the truth of the matter is I'm 64 years old, and this is just amazing. And I'm so sorry, I'm over the 45. Where is Michelle Yeoh? Okay. You say Michelle, I say yo. Michelle. Michelle. Michelle Yeoh. Rick Kurtzman called me, said, Jamie, the Daniels are making this weird movie with Jonathan. I said, it's being shot in L.A. And it stars Michelle Yeoh. I said, yes. He said, well, no, wait. Wait, it's a little weird. I said, yeah, but she's in it? Yes. And I get to be opposite her? Yes, I'll do it. Michelle Yeoh. Michelle Yeoh, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you for Deirdre. For all the Deirdres. For all the Evelyns and Deirdres in the world. We love you, we see you, we feel you, we are you. We're here together. God bless you all. What a dream, man.
And the actor goes to Sam Elliott.
I wonder if anybody else is going to read anything tonight. I do this because I didn't expect to be up here. And I've got 43 seconds to say this in. And I've already wasted a half of that. What can I say in 45 seconds? After just receiving the most meaningful acknowledgement of my 55-year career, from a group of my peers, many of whom I don't even know, or know only from afar as a fan who respects their work. Not time to say enough. But I can say thank you, and I can tell you that I'm honored and grateful to be in your company, whether you're in this audience or watching at home. After seeing the work of my fellow nominees, I'm not even sure I should be standing up here. And I'm sure I'll get over that. I'm going to treasure this guy, this gal, because it comes from all of you, my brothers and sisters from SAG-AFTRA. I'll treasure it as a constant reminder of 1883 and what a gift it was to all of us on both sides of the camera. To my incredible castmates, there's a piece of this for all of you, not only for who you are, but for your beautiful work that helped me find the way. I love you all for that. Thank you, Taylor Sheridan, for your brilliant script. And David Glasser and everyone else at 101. Thank you to Paramount. Thank you to my team, David, Laura, and Becca. And thank you to my wife, my beautiful Catherine, my partner through thick and thin, and the mother of our beautiful daughter. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
And the actor goes to Jessica Chastain.
goodness. Thank you so much. Wow, 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 wow. Thank you to the Screen Actors Guild Awards. just have to recognize my fellow nominees, Amanda, Emily, Julia, Nisi. I have seen all of your performances, and I am in awe of you and your talent. Yes, because they're amazing. I need to thank Kais and Chris and Keith and everyone at Showtime, because the only reason I'm up here is they convince people to watch the show, and I'm so grateful to them. My producing partner, Kelly Carmichael, Abe Sylvia, our showrunner, David Glasser, Andrew Lazar, Josh Brolin, John Hillcoat. The show exists because of your talent, and I am so grateful to you. I share this with Michael Shannon, who I believe is one of our greatest working actors. And it was a dream collaboration from day one, and I wouldn't have gotten to day 2 without his support. And I'm doing a show right now in New York. I'm doing A Doll's House. There's my plug, if anyone wants to come see it. And every day after the show, I get the opportunity to meet people at the stage door. And I get to meet a lot of actors who tell me their stories. And it reminds me of when I was in college, Philip Seymour Hoffman came to speak to my class. And he told us all of his frustrating stories about auditions, and he encouraged us to keep going even when we felt like no one was watching us. And at the end of the talk, he said, "I look forward to working with each of you." And it really shocked me, because it was like he brought it into being. And a few years later, it came true, and I had the opportunity to do a play with him. And I'm telling this story now because it reminds me of how powerful our mind is, and that we are what our thoughts create. So I just want to tell everyone who might be struggling at home, to all the actors that I get to meet, keep going. You're one job away. I look forward to working with you. I'll see you on set. And I love you. Thank you so much.
And that goes to Jason Bateman.
They did say my name, right? Oh, thank you. Thank you to anyone in this room that voted for me, and anybody at home that did. You've given me a chance to say kind of a final thank you to not only the people that watch this show, because if you didn't, we wouldn't be here. And I get to say thank you to my wife Amanda, my 2 kids at home, Maple and Francesca. They made me feel like I was a good dad, even though I was gone for 6 months every year, and so they're better actors than I am. Ted, where are you? Ted Sarandos gave me all the trust that I asked for, and I just can't thank you enough, buddy, truly. Laura and Julia and the rest of the cast taught me so much and made the show everything that it is. Chris Mundy, and your writing staff wrote incredible stuff that we all got to enjoy, myself included. You made the show incredible. And finally, to the crew, it's just, as you guys know, who are lucky enough to work on great projects, that was a great project because it was a great crew. It was a great family. People treated each other well. People had pride in what they were doing. And that's it. I mean, if you can have harmony on a set, you can enjoy what you're doing. We only get paid for about 75% of work. You won't get fired if you only do 75%, but the only way to get to 100% is if people really like where they're at, and they like each other, and they treat each other well. And we did there, so thank you guys. I'm going to miss you all a lot, and thank you all.
And the actor goes to Jennifer Coolidge for White Lotus.
Wow. You know, gosh, I don't know why this is. Yeah, I thought, you know, it's been a very special year, and it's you know, overwhelming. And White Lotus and Mike White writing me this great part that went on for 2 seasons, and it just HBO giving me this, you know, the thumbs up to let me do it, and you know, I just want to say, I want you all to know that I am just so grateful because, you know, this could be it. You know, Mike White, you know, you can give money to friends and do nice things for them, but, you know, and people love money, you know, and I do whenever I can, you know, when your friends are broke, whatever, you can give money and stuff, but you know what people really, the best gift you can give someone is to change someone's perspective for the better and view life in a different way, and that's what Mike White did for me. And so, you know, and HBO with, you know, Casey Bloys and Francesca Orsi and Nora Skinner, thank you. And I just, I want to say thank you, Jonathan Weinstein. Thank you, Jacob Fenton. Thank you, Timothy Kuzan, for keeping me going here. But what I really want to say is, you know, I have these amazing parents, and they had this incredible gift. Well, and I think they were, it was impossible for them to lie. They just couldn't do it, you know what I mean? Never, they just never lied, except that my father, one day, the school principal came to my first grade class and said that I needed to be called to the office. And I went to the office, and she said, you know, your father's here. And my father was sitting there, and he goes, yeah, Jenny, we have to go. And she said, the principal said, well, Jennifer, get well. And I didn't know what that meant. And then I got in the car with my dad, and he was driving, and he said, I'm never going to tell a lie again, but we're going somewhere really cool. And he drove me to this place, and it was this fluky thing in Massachusetts. It was the Charlie Chaplin Film Festival. He got me out of my first grade class to do it, and I swear to God, that seeing Charlie Chaplin for the first time and having that experience of, it's my love of film, it's my love of actors, all of that came from my first grade. So anyway, thank you, and my beautiful date, you know, my wonderful date, Tim Bagley, is my date tonight. He's my best bud for like 20 years. Thank you. You're a wonderful date tonight. I can't wait till we get home.
And the actor goes to Jeremy Allen White.
Guys, thank you. My God, this is from my peers. This is from the actors. I love actors. I love what I do. I feel so lucky to be able to do it. Right now, I'm working on the show The Bear. It's got a lot of heart. That is no accident. Chris Storr, Joanna Kahlo, John Landgraf, the cast, the crew, biggest hearts in the business, and I think that translates. You know, I I think that that connects, and thank God for that. And to all of you who make things here that make me feel a little less lonely, that make me feel a little more connected, more understood, and a lot more understanding. I thank you so much. It's why I love this. Ezra, Louis, Addison, you rock my world. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Sally, you show us how to live a life devoted to art, love, and service. And for that, it is my honor to present the SAG Life Achievement Award to you. The amazing Sally Field. We love you.
Thank you. Oh, God, thank you. Oh, Lord in heaven, actors all standing on their feet. Oh, gosh. Okay. In the fall of 1964, I was standing in front of a camera on a freezing cold beach in Malibu, and I said my first lines of dialogue as a professional actor. You see before you me, Gidget. I was 17, fresh out of high school. I didn't have an agent, and I was working under what's called the Taft-Hartley law. A few months later, the show was picked up, and all of a sudden, I was a star of a television series. And I became a member of the Screen Actors Guild. I remember so clearly putting that little paper card in my wallet, quietly thrilled to call myself an actor. I first found this stage when I was 12 years old in the 7th grade, and after that I never left the drama department. Back, when schools actually had drama departments. I found this magic. On stage, it was the one place I could be freely me, more than any other place. When I got off stage, I felt shy and careful and hidden. I would think and rethink everything before I could say or do anything. But on stage, I never knew what I would say or do. I would surprise myself. I wasn't looking for the applause or attention, even though that's nice. Sometimes. Anyway, it has never been about a need to hide myself behind the characters of other people. Acting to me has always been about finding those few precious moments when I feel totally, utterly, sometimes dangerously alive. So the task has always been to find a way to get to that, to get to the work, to claw my way to it if necessary. Struggling to climb my way out of the box of situation comedy in the 60s and 70s took a fierceness I didn't know I had. But honestly, I was a little white girl with a pug nose, born in Pasadena, California. And when I look around this room tonight, I know my fight, as hard as it was lightweight compared to some of yours. I thank you, and I applaud you. And I know that for you, just like for me, it has not been easy. But you know what? Easy is overrated. I've flown on wires and surfed in the ocean, rode on horses, in wagon trains and fast cars. I've had multiple personality, worked in a textile mill, picked cotton. I've been Mrs. Doubtfire's employer, Forrest Gump's mother, Lincoln's wife, and Spider-Man's aunt. I've done scenes wearing 50 pounds of period dresses, been fully clothed, semi-clothed, and totally naked. Huh, Jeff, don't you know? But sometimes, oh God, thank you. I have been lucky enough to be a part of projects, to work on projects whose screenplays were so good that my hands shook the first time I read them. Projects with such deep and complicated characters that the process of understanding them, of owning them, somewhere inside, changed me. They opened and revealed parts of myself I would not have known otherwise. I've worked my whole life. I've ridden the highs and tried to learn from the lows. And in all of these almost 60 years, there is not a day that I don't feel quietly thrilled to call myself an actor. Thank you. Thank you for this great honor from you, the people I most wanted respect from in my life. Actors. Thank you.